Say hello to the ASUS TUF 14 gaming laptop, and in this review I'm going to talk all about it and how much I like it. So I absolutely love this laptop. I've had it for a couple of weeks now. I took it with me on my trip when I went to Germany for IFA. I've played games on it, I've watched movies on it, I've traveled with it, and it has been the perfect travel companion, especially whenever it's nice when I go out of town. I can still play games with my kids, but I can still get work done. And it's very, very versatile, and it's something that's been a real pleasure. And if y'all watch my channel, if you relate back to any of my other videos, I really do like the 13, 14-inch laptops because I feel like they're actually portable. So when you can blend a portable, smaller laptop, not like the big 16 inches, they're really not that great for carrying in a backpack. They're not great for working on a plane. They're really not great for anything portable. They're just big and heavy. And then you contrast that with this 14-inch screen, 2.5K display, and 165 hertz refresh rate, nice size keyboard. You've got the RTX 4060 in here, which provides plenty of power. Next gen Ryzen processor, 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte of storage, and I could keep going on. But it's been a real treat to use because you get all those benefits in this smaller form factor, which is really nice. And it's even got a 1080p webcam, that's cool. And the heat is not terrible. And it's interesting because it has these fans on the back. So this seems like a newer thing I've been seeing a lot lately. The fans, they blow the exhaust out the back. It's this kind of slim profile approach where you direct pipe with the fans on the back, sucks the hot air out, blows it out the back, and keeps it away from you. And I think it does a pretty good job. Like the keyboard doesn't get too hot. I've had some before where you're typing and you're playing games, you're using the keyboard, and then this area up here just gets so hot you can't even touch it because it's so hot. It's like burning your finger to the touch. So yeah, pretty nice things. And it's even got a nice wide array of ports. And it's even got a micro SD card slot. So you got a micro SD card slot, which is cool. You get 2 USB 3.2 Gen Type A's, 1 USB 4 Type C, 1 USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type C, and then you get HDMI 2.1, headphone jack, 73 watt hour battery. It's got Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3. And I think all that stuff, it is one of those things where it's definitely more premium than a lot of like the $1,000 and under gaming laptops, but it has tons of performance, tons of power. It's got NVIDIA G-Sync. It's got a lot of these stickers right here. And that may be one of the complaints that I have. But yeah, 100 watt USB-C charging. So it's got 2 slots, and it's nice that it shows you right here. Like it shows on the deck here, 2 slots. So you've got the 1 terabyte, you've got an extra slot in there, which is nice. AI built-in acceleration, thin and light. It's 3.2 pounds. 3.2 pounds. And that's absolutely perfect because it fits nicely in a backpack. And I travel, I've got the same backpack I've been using for a long time. And normally I've got my MacBook in there, but I actually switched over for when I travel. I bought myself a MacBook Air. So I have a 14-inch MacBook Air, and then I have the 14-inch ASUS TUF 14. So that's a great blend for me because I can do all my work with my Final Cut Pro, my AirDrop, I can edit my videos, and then I can use this, and then I can play my games, which is something that's important. So I played the entire game of The Casting of Frank Stone on this, runs like a champ. Now I had it fully maxed out on graphics. There was a time or two where it would kind of stutter a little bit. If you want the ultimate smooth experience, you could probably throttle it down a little bit, maybe change the settings some, but I had it like maxed out for what the specs were for this PC could handle. And it was enjoyable enough. Like it worked perfectly good. But then it went to like the balanced mode whenever I was on the plane, and I was so frustrated. A balanced mode of gaming are not good. And just so you know, it gets over like 10, 12 hours on whenever it comes to like just browsing the internet and watching some video, which is fine. I mean, you're gonna have the brightness turned down, balance mode, or low battery mode, things like that, and you can extend the life and you can watch videos. That's just fine. But if you're gaming on this, you're gonna get less than 2 hours. And if you're doing high-end gaming, you're probably gonna get closer to about an hour. Like when you're doing some high-end gaming, this thing, especially when the fans kick in, and here, let me show you the fan noise real quick. I've got a little clip so you can hear the fan noise. Here we go. This is on max setting on the fan on turbo. So just so you can get a good feel for it. One nice thing is with the fan blades on here, they don't really generate a ton of noise. You can definitely hear the air circulation, but it's not something that's like uncomfortable that's going to bother you, I think, too much. But for sure, when you're playing some top-end gaming, you can for certain hear it, and it's definitely cranking the hot air out of the back of the laptop case there. So there you have it. Like the fan speed is noisy. Like there is noise there, but it just sounds like a lot of air. Some of them, it seems like they have more fan noise, and it really is more grating, and it's more annoying, and it's something that just really over time it kind of bothers you and takes you out of the gameplay. This one, you get kind of used to it. It's in the background mode, and the speakers are not the greatest in the world. So here, let's go ahead and do the speaker test. You can hear this. So there you have the speaker test. And the speakers ain't so great because they're only the downward firing ones. I wish they had ones up top so that way you could take advantage more of those mids and those highs. Like the bass carries some, but it kind of overpowers the rest of it. So it's difficult. Like let's say I'm sitting there playing Dead by Daylight, which I play a lot and I really enjoy playing. And I can hear the generator, but I can't really hear the killer's heartbeat running around. I can't hear a lot of other stuff or other fine-tuned things I need to hear. Like a lot of the detailed sound that you need to hear for a lot of games is missing. So I don't really recommend playing this game on the speakers, and you'll probably realize that pretty quickly. It's something you're going to want to play with headphones. But nice thing is Bluetooth works out great. You even got the headphone jack port over here on the side, so you can plug it over there if you've got a hardwired one, and you can listen that way. So even just a cheap pair of headphones that goes a long way with these, and that's really nice. So it's great for gaming. No, you're not doing 4K gaming on here. Like it's just not going to happen. There's no 4K gaming with this experience, which is totally fine. But yeah, you get that 2.5K display. You try and push anything on there that's super high, super demanding, like Call of Duty. That's something that will really start to degrade your gaming experience. If you're playing Call of Duty, you want to max the settings out more, higher frame rates, maybe drop it down to 1080p. But that's one thing that's really nice about having a good versatile gaming laptop, because you can change the resolution, you can turn on and off features, you can enhance your gameplay experience by maybe lowering some of the view distance on Fortnite, or by maybe lowering the texture quality into medium instead of ultra or high. And that way, for each game, you can kind of get your experience done. But one great thing about that, when you talk about moving around different profiles, optimization, and things like that, you've got the latest and greatest with the ASUS Armory Crate, which is nice. And then with the Armory Crate, you actually have a button right here, ta-da, where you can go ahead and pull that up. You can do your software updates. You can do your hardware profile updates. You can do your driver updates. You can do your customized profiles. You can mess with the lighting, because the OR lighting and all those different things too. And you've even got the nice backlit keyboard. And one thing I really like too, keyboard's nice. Like the keyboard's good typing experience. I love this trackpad, touchpad, whatever you want to call it. The touchpad is so nice, and it's nice, and I believe it's glass even. It's nice. It feels cool to the touch. It's smooth, and it's got this nice kind of like dull click to it that doesn't really carry, and it kind of blends in well with the experience and doesn't really bother you while you're doing it. And one other thing, it's about 425 nits brightness when it comes to the screen. And it's like not too glossy. Like it has kind of like this softer matte appearance to it. So it's not a touch screen. You're not going to get the touch screen, none of that stuff. But it is something that works out well for gameplay. If you have a lot of bright light, it's kind of going to degrade that experience a little bit. But if you got a nice setup for that, you can turn the lights out. You really do get a nice, good experience out of it. Of course, it has 1080p webcam as well. You can see what the webcam looks like here, and even some little features with like Windows built in and stuff. Windows Hello, if you want to use that for a biometric option. And that's pretty much it. So I love this thing from the portability perspective. It's great. You can even do it for like some video editing and some work that requires a dedicated GPU. It does have that. It's got 8 gigs of RAM for the 4060. 4060 is very capable, especially with this Ryzen 9. And if you play games like Valorant, Fortnite, you're going to have a good gaming experience. You can adjust the settings to whatever your liking is. I was getting over 200 frames per second, like 250 almost on Valorant with my settings the way I play. And yeah, it's something that's been really enjoyable. And I do make videos like about the portable gaming PCs and stuff like that, but they are kind of bulky. especially with the case and all that stuff, and I wanted to put it in the backpack, being able to put my MacBook Air and being able to put the TUF 14, both of them in my backpack together, it worked out great. And then I just took like my little Xbox 360 controller. I've got an Amazon Luna controller that I use, plug in with USB-C. And that's one thing that's nice when it comes to versatility with laptops, because it's not just like you can get that console level experience, especially when you've got like Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Live. You've got a lot of these other more console games that transfer over the experience really well. I play on my laptop, and then I play Dead by Daylight, but I use my controller. I don't like to use the mouse and keyboard for it. So you get a lot of versatility there, plenty of power, and it's just been a great experience. I love having the smaller laptop, but it's great because you've got over 2K display. It's beautiful panel, 165 hertz refresh rate, the things we care about when it comes to gaming. Smooth is fast, fast is smooth. It does both of them. And yeah, I mean, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but nothing is. $14.99, a little bit on the expensive side. I wish it was maybe like $12.99. You can't like get higher RAM configuration. It's only got 16 gigabytes of RAM. I don't like the proprietary port over here. I wish it was just like a normal USB-C or something like that. That would be really nice. And maybe like an LED screen would be nice, touch screen, you know, certain things like that. There would be nicer things I wish it kind of had. You know, it does have kind of like this plasticky body on it, but it keeps it light. And overall, like, I haven't had any complaints about it really. I've really enjoyed using it. It's a nice mid-class gaming laptop with a good blend of power, also portability. You are going to make sacrifices because it's not a 16-inch. You've got the 14-inch, but that's what it's all about. Having a 14-inch smaller, more compact. It's great for work. It's great for play. Good battery life when you're not gaming. And this is definitely up there on my list. So that's all I've got in this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, gripes, complaints, go to the comment section. I'll do my best to get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, if you found this helpful, please, of course, hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.